Hey guys, welcome back to Talkhouse. I'm your host Joseph Njoroge. So, with the ever increasing demand for cars that are practical, reliable, while at the same time they tick the boxes of reliability, fuel efficiency and fuel economy, car manufacturers have been able to adopt these ways that can be able to fit this growing demand, especially in the car market. Well, today in front of me you have your 2018 Honda Freed, and we will review this car and get to know does it tick the boxes of practicality, efficiency and reliability. Well, stick by. I'm your host Joseph Njoroge, and let's dive at the review of the 2018 Honda Freed. So, what is the prima facie of the 2018 Honda Freed? The 2018 Honda Freed utilizes a design language known as the H-Exciting design language. What is the H-Exciting design language, if you may ask? This is a design language by Honda that mainly focuses on three things: high tension, high touch, and high tech. In layman's terms, it is a philosophy by Honda aimed to produce cars that are visually appealing, structurally sound, and offer that futuristic touch or futuristic feel. Well, let's move on to the headlights. Moving on to the headlights, we have a very nice, sleek, bold, and aggressive headlights that just pop up and make this car look a little bit bold, aggressive, while still maintaining that futuristic vibe. Flowing onto your front grille, you have very nice front grille engraved with chrome appendages just to add a sense of luxury onto this vehicle. Flowing down, you also have very nice air intakes just to cool this car, especially if you're in sport mode or you have decided to go for long trips. So, looking at the Honda design language at front, I can see that Honda really maintained a simple, minimalistic yet appealing design. So, let's go under the hood of this car and let's see what packs under the hood of the 2018 Honda Freed. So, what do we have under the hood of the 2018 Honda Freed? Under the hood of this car, you have a 1500cc 4-cylinder naturally aspirated hybrid engine denoted by the code LEB. This engine produces around 118 horsepower and give or take 142 Newton meters of torque. However, when it comes to this engine, you are not only limited to the 1500cc hybrid engine. The 2018 Honda Freed comes in two main engine options. You have this one, the 1500cc hybrid engine, and you can also opt for the 1500cc non-hybrid engine denoted by the code L15B1. The non-hybrid engine produces around, give or take, 132 horsepower, while the hybrid engine produces around 118 horsepower. So, how is power delivered to the front wheels of this car? This car comes with a front wheel configuration, and power is delivered to the front wheels via a CVT gearbox. However, on the non-hybrid engine, you have a 7-speed automatic gearbox. So let me recap. On the hybrid engine options, you have this one, the 1500cc hybrid denoted by the code LEB that produces around 118 horsepower, while on the non-hybrid you have the 1500cc non-hybrid engine that produces around 132 horsepower denoted by the code LEB1. However, for the hybrid engine options you get only a CVT gearbox, while for the non-hybrid engine options you get a 7-speed gearbox. So let's hop into the interior and let's see what the 2018 Honda Freed has to offer, and does it really compete with the Toyota Sienna. So, once you step at the interior of the 2018 Honda Freed, you can tell that the exciting H design language not only stops at the outside, but once you step inside the 2018 Honda Freed, the H design language has also been carried across in the interior. We said that the exciting H design language simply stands for the high tech, high tension and high touch. So once you step inside the 2018 Honda Freed, you can tell that this car is drenched in technology. If you compare to maybe the direct competitor, the Toyota Sienna, I feel that the 2018 Honda Freed is far more advanced in terms of technology, as maybe you would compare it with the Toyota Sienna. So starting with the interior of the 2018 Honda Freed, we'll start our way on the steering wheel. Looking at the steering wheel, you have a multifunctional steering wheel, meaning on the left hand side you have the buttons that will contain your infotainment, maybe your media, you can adjust your volume, or you can also pick and decline your calls. On the right hand side you have your cruise controller, you can set it or you can adjust it, or declining or reduce the speed of the car which you are following at the road. in terms of simplicity, Honda really maintained a very simple yet a design that gets the job done. If you compare to the Toyota Sienna, for you to get features like this, you'll maybe have to part your way with more money as compared to maybe in the Honda Freed, which some of these features come as standard in the 2018 Honda Freed. So moving on to our steering wheel. This steering wheel is telescopic, meaning you can adjust it, but it is manual. You can either pull it upwards or inwards, as compared maybe to a Toyota Sienna, which some of these features will have to pay more. So flowing onto your center console, you also have a very nice 7-inch infotainment system that it just gets the job done. However, if you compare it with the Toyota Sienna, I feel like they are at par with one another. Flowing onto your column, you have a column mounted gear shifter, which still just gets the job done, and it kind of gives that futuristic vibe. Also flowing onto your AC, you have your AC which are controlled with dials and buttons, as compared maybe to the Toyota Sienna, which has touchscreen AC controls, which I have continuously said that I'm not a fan of touchscreen AC control buttons. Also following, you also have your very nice cup holder just for the driver, to add a sense of convenience, especially if you're cruising along maybe long trips and you have a drink. You can place it on top of you can place it here just to add a sense of accessibility to this car. Also, you have additional cup holders for the driver, this one here, and also for the passenger you have additional cup holders. Looking at it at the dashboard, you have very nice soft touch materials. Although it is plastic, it does not feel cheap plastic as maybe you'll compare it to the Toyota Sienna. Flowing down also onto your dashboard, you also have very nice a carbon fiber looking thing, just to make this car feel a little bit luxurious and sporty at the same time. Also flowing out to your passenger side, you also have very nice glove compartment where you can store maybe documents if you have a lot of documents. Also flowing down onto your center column, you also have a very nice power outlet, just your 12-volt socket that will maybe be convenient if you have a phone that and you can charge it there. Also you have your icon button. An icon button is a part of Honda's Earth Dreams technology, which encompasses a lot of features that will help you to save fuel, especially if you are in long drives. On matters of your dashboard and your screen, you have a very nice digital dashboard, just to add a sense of technology and futuristic vibe into this car. In terms of the front cabin, I think Honda did a very nice, simple yet elegant job. On your driver's side, you also have very nice buttons that will automatically open or automatically close both doors. However, for the Toyota Sienna, for you to get premium features like those, you may be to part yourselves more with more money for you to be able to get auto doors on both sides. So let's hop at the rear and let's see what it has to offer. On matters of seats, on the front you have captain seats, meaning both passengers at the front, the passenger and the driver, have armrests. Well, if you compare to the Toyota Sienna, you will not get armrests for the front passengers. Also, you also have a very nice design for the mirror, where you can be able to look at your passengers when you are driving. In terms of comparing it to the Sienna, I feel like the 2018 Honda Freed, they did a very nice job in terms of the interior. So let's hop at the rear and let's see what it has to offer. So when you step at the rear of the 2018 Honda Freed, you can tell that there is not adequate but plenty of space for you to play around with. So if you can see, I have plenty of knee room as well as a lot of headroom, meaning this car you can comfortably haul 3 passengers. Well, you can comfortably haul a lot of goods, especially if you are a person who wants this car maybe for business or maybe for ferrying VIP passengers. This car will just get the job done very well. So on this car you have isofix anchor points on both sides, both for the left hand side passenger and the right hand side passenger, meaning if you have kids, you can comfortably haul them inside the 2018 Honda Freed. So I told you that we're going to speak about the trims that this car comes with. This car can come with 3 main trims. You can have this trim, the 5-seater trim, and you can also have the 6-seater trim, which comes with captain seats for the front passengers as well as the rear passengers, and you can also have a 7-seater configuration of this car. So if you're shopping around for a 2018 Honda Freed, depending on the style in which you choose from, you can decide to take a 5-seater configuration like this one, or you can decide to take a 6-seater configuration maybe for the VIP business, or you can decide to take a 7-seater configuration for the maybe for large families. So I think that this car, in terms of the seating capacity, it rivals that of the Sienna, because the Sienna kind of feels a little bit of crumpled up as compared to maybe the the Honda Freed. And the Honda Freed has a variety of options to choose from. You can choose 5-seater, 6-seater, or 7-seater, but the Toyota Sienna is only restricted to two trims, the 5-seater and the 7-seater. So in terms of practicality, I think the Honda Freed beats the Toyota Sienna hands down. And also in matters, just to add a sense of technology or futuristic design, I think Honda did a very nice job, including the locking mechanism for the doors on your key fob. So if I want to lock the right passenger door, I can just use a flip of the button, it will automatically close. And this feature, it comes standard across all Honda Freed trims, but for the Toyota Sienna you'll have to part your way with a lot more. Maybe you can top up a lot of money just to have this nice fancy feature. So let's look at the side profile and let's see what it has to offer as the 2018 Honda Freed. So looking at the Honda Freed, you can tell that it sits slightly higher and slightly longer as compared to the Toyota Sienna. So on the front you have your conventional McPherson straps suspended on coil springs, while at the rear you have your conventional torsion beam suspended on coil springs as well. So this car sits on size 15 steel wheels as compared to maybe the Toyota Sienna, which can have maybe alloy wheels that come as standard in other cars. But for the 2018 Honda Freed, you only have size 15 steel wheels. So let's check the boot of this 2018 Honda Freed and let's see, does it really stick with the competition, the Toyota Sienna. So looking at the rear of the 2018 Honda Freed, you can tell that the exciting H design language not only stops at the front and at the interior, but also is carried across at the rear of this car. So at the rear you also have very nice rear tail lights, and also you also have a very nice spoiler which also has your brake light on top of it. Also you also have a very nice badging, the Freed badging, and it also has a plus. Do tell me in the comment sections below, what does the Freed Plus badge mean? Also moving on to the other side, you also have your hybrid badging, just to remind you that this is a hybrid vehicle. So let's pop the trunk and let's see what it has to offer under the trunk of the 2018 Honda Freed. So when you open the 2018 Honda Freed, you can see that you have adequate space, not adequate, but you also have a lot of space for you to play with. Like I told you, this car can come with 7-seater configuration, but if you opt for the 5-seater configuration, you have a lot of space for you to play with. So do tell me in the comment section below, will you prefer this over the Sienna, or will you take the Sienna and prefer the Honda? Will you take the Sienna and maybe prefer it maybe the Honda Freed? So tell me below in the comment section below, between the Toyota Freed and the Toyota Sienna, which will you go for? But me, if it was to look at aspects of practicality, efficiency and reliability, I think I would stick with the Honda Freed as compared to the Toyota Sienna. Now this brings us to the next segment, value for money. Is the 2018 Honda Freed value for money if you compare it with the 2018 Toyota Sienna? Currently the Honda Freed currently goes at 1.58 million Kenyan shillings at Kaman Autos, while at the same time the 2018 Toyota Sienna currently goes for anything above 1.65 million Kenyan shillings for the Toyota Sienna. Do tell me, be the judge, will you pick the Honda Freed which costs slightly 100k less, or will you pick the Toyota Sienna that costs 100k more? You be the judge and tell me. But if I was to look at that perspective of reliability, cost and practicality, the 2018 Honda Freed ticks all those boxes as compared to maybe the 2018 Toyota Sienna. Now this begs the question, do Toyota sell for you reliability, or do they sell for you value for money? You be the judge and tell me below the comment section below. So if you would like to see other reviews, or if you would like to check this car, you can head on to Kaman Autos along Kiambu Road and we will sort you out. Alternatively, you can also visit our websites, or you can also go across our social media platforms to check out this car. So like the video, comment, share and subscribe, and see you next time for more in-depth reviews. I've been your host Joseph Njoroge. Until next time, adios.